they put that stupid instigator rule in so that the tough guys wouldn't go after the stars. Never happened. Never happened. The tough guys go after the stars.
Something's wrong, cause my mind is fading. And everywhere I look, there's a dead end waiting. Temperatures dropping at the rotten oasis, stealing kisses from the leprous faces.
Hello, welcome to HockeyFansMail for your Monday, January 12th, 2009. Lots to talk about today, so we'll get right to it. First of all, check out this clip with Richards. Just about gets his head taken off on the way to the bench. Kind of funny.
Jukebox gasoline, pistols up.
Canuck fans, you should be ashamed of yourself. You gave a standing ovation to Trevor Linden for his jersey retirement, and then you gave a standing ovation for a rent-a-player when he scored a goal for you. Why for you get so caught up in hype? Brendan Shanahan is officially a Devil, and really good pickup, I think, for them. Makes sense. They got a lot of guys who know how to win. They know what they're doing. A lot of cup winners on the team, obviously. And bringing a guy like that who also obviously knows how to win. Good shooter. I didn't hear about the terms, but good little pickup for the Devils. Craigie McTavish, man, that guy is great for quotes. Laid into Shrimp pretty bad, though. He's slow. He can't stick handle. And then he's not really able to play at the AHL level. We all heard about the attitude problems and this and that and the other thing. But you know what? A lot of guys get a bit of swagger, a bit of cocky, a little cock in the walk when they're young and they've been drafted, especially first round, and they're feeling good. It might take a year in the A, a couple years in the A to get their maturity level going. But with Schrem, I guess he just doesn't seem to be progressing enough. This is the last time, I guess that's why I'm wearing the Hansen jersey. This is the last time I am going to talk about this, the fighting issue, for a while now. Much like I haven't talked about Sundin for a while. You just get to the point where you're sick of talking about it. This is it now. Don Cherry kind of just got her done on Saturday. Listen to the edited version of Coach's Corner that I put on here. And I also threw in some clips from me from my December 17th show talking about the kind of reaction Don Sanderson would have had personally. And of course he passed away, but Don was able to talk to his dad at the funeral.
In the wake of the Don Sanderson tragedy, Don, everybody in hockey's been talking all this week about fighting and whether or not to make it an automatic game ejection in the National Hockey League and increase the discipline, add suspensions for second, third offenses.
When Don Sanderson dropped the gloves, and if and when he comes out of this coma, I think he'd be the first to say, I made a conscious decision to fight a guy. I fought him, and something bad happened. That's the way it is.
We were down to the funeral. I'm not bragging about it. We went down, and I talked to Mike, his dad. And during the conversation, I said, Mike, that was great. His uncle, his great uncle there, too. And in the conversation, I said, that was really something that you told the guy that Don was fighting with.
Corey Fulton.
Corey Fulton. You told Corey to, go back playing. He says, you know what else I told him? If somebody's looking for trouble, don't hesitate. The writers and the guys in the media and that, they just don't understand. Mike is a hockey guy. Right. He coaches hockey. He teaches hockey. All his life he's been in hockey, and he said that.
Their comeback is, but we're trying to protect the player from themselves.
We don't need protection. If two guys want to go, that's it. We don't need protection from some writer who never played the game or some guy on the radio or television. I heard Ron Wilson. He said there's no code. We have DeVoe. We send him out when we want to start, and he does what he did, and he does. We tell him not to fight. He doesn't fight, and then he goes out. The thing that got me, he says he goes out and bangs the skill guys. That is the worst thing. That you don't do things like that. I had 5 guys that could play. They were the 5 toughest guys in the league. They all got 20 goals. Take Semenko. You're talking about fighting. He didn't have to fight. He was there for Gretzky. Gretzky got all those records because of Semenko, and he got 20 goals. Dave the Hammer Schultz got 20 goals. John Ferguson got 20 goals. And what I'm saying is, I never believed in having a mad dog sit on the bench and have 2 or 3 shifts and go out there and fight. That's not hockey.
How do we solve that problem?
There's no way of solving it. You just got to have, you don't have guys that do it. Like DeVold, like that, sending them out there to bang the skill guys, that's not honorable. If you can't play and take a regular shift in the game on the third and fourth line, you should not be in hockey. I do not believe two guys just going out for the sake of getting my team going. I never did that.
Yzerman said Bob Probert, Joey Kosher never jumped a guy. They never go after the superstars.
And they're honorable.
So that's it. It's over. Don Sanders' dad said it best. And this is your Leafs Minute midterm report card for the team. First, let's see, Toskala. In terms of Toskala, he's just simply played poorly this year. Can't really explain it. The D hasn't been great. Obviously, he's not on a very good hockey team, but he really has been bad. And I mean, if he is at all reasonable for any length of time during this year, the Leafs are in a lot better position. I'm giving him, I don't know, a stinking D. Vantrapov, you know, he's playing well. Give him a B. Pot of Coffee's got to give him a B. He's been doing pretty good. Jason Blake is doing better, but I mean, he's still not producing at the level he should be for the money he's making. So you got to give him a D. Cabriolet's like a D this year. Offensively, he's been okay, but in his own end, he's just been awful. The kid, obviously, Shen gets an A. Anyone who's 18 who can play those kind of minutes against that kind of caliber of players, the first lines, this and that. I'll give him an A for who he is and where he is in his career. Kabina's been pretty darn good. I got to give Kabina like a B plus probably. Staging, you got to give an A to. I'm giving Hagman a D. He's came out of the gate pretty good, but he's sort of floundered. Kuhlman, I think you got to give him satisfactory effort. Cujo, I'll give him a C minus. He should be doing better than he is. I think this is probably going to be the end of the line here this year for Joseph. I'm happy he got to finish his career at Toronto, but I think we're done. The 2-0 leads in the first period are just getting insane. The team itself, I think you got to give them, for what they have. I mean, what, a C or something, like satisfactory. After the halfway point, they're 4 or 5 games below 500, en route to a bottom, 5 roughly finish. And then maybe you get a lottery pick. So this is basically what I expected from these guys. So I guess you got to give them a satisfactory effort for the year. Leafs in Philly, they've had a good run of games the last few years in Philly, but Philly's just too much for them. They just beat them soundly. I was hoping for maybe a few more big saves, maybe to keep them in the game. But they just got beat by a better hockey team. I am optimistic about the future of this club, because of the fact that the Ponikarovskis, the Antropovs, the Stagins, the players that are a little older, the players that would probably be trade bait, are producing. The part that sucks is the market for goaltenders is already pretty darn dry, if not bone dry. And Toskala has pretty much stunk and pooped the bed this year, so who would take him when there's other guys? If Boston's going to trade Fernandez, who in their right mind would pick up Toskala? Even if it was for dirt, even if it was for like a 5th rounder, I'd rather give up something big and get somebody good. So, and if you finish low enough, if you finish in the bottom 5, say, maybe you're in 4th or 5th, but maybe you can move down to 1st because you've got another 1st round pick you got in your Cabriolet deal, or you've got another 1st round pick you got in this deal, or you got another player, or maybe Kabina, whatever. If you can get into that bottom 5, maybe there's a possibility you can move up and pick up a Tavares. This is pretty much where we expected them to be. Imagine if Toskala was playing well.